Oh yeah. No Dell. So I guess on this, in this particular stream of a thing, we're going to go ahead and we're going to lock that down so that we can continue to clobber some melons. But I think what we'll do is we shall continue the melon farm. One chunk in total diameter and width. I believe that's 16 blocks by 16 blocks, from bedrock all the way up to, I think it's about Y71, Y60 something, and that's about where we're at now. And everything below here is cleared out. It's just looking for water, dirt, and melons. So I think what we might do, and don't worry, I'm throwing out melons. I have in this chunk a chunk collector, which I guess is something special to SkyCade. It's about 25,000, and you can get that pretty easily stockpiling up on redstone. You can sell about 12 stacks. That gives you just about enough to purchase. Here, I'll go on up here and we shall take a gander. Chunk collector. That's everything that it's collecting currently. It's sending it all to storage. I have 5 out of 5 chests enabled or linked to the chunk collector. So everything within this chunk, and we'll go ahead and we'll bring up the border. So everything within this chunk right here gets sent to that chest, that chest, that chest, that chest, and that one. As you can see, there's a little bit of iron ore and cobble in those. So I don't necessarily have to worry about my inventory space filling up, and I don't necessarily have to worry about picking up anything, because I can just find the right chest, go to a chest, pull some out, they're already there, it'll take care of all that. But as you can see, anything that lands outside the chunk, like right over here, it doesn't automatically get collected. It has to be within the chunk. So that's pretty nifty, I guess, in its own right. I mean, I'm not going to argue with it. It saves me the hassle having to really worry about finagling my inventory, which is pretty nice. With the exception of, I should probably let it drop the seeds. And I can deal with the seeds on my own. And that's just for the replanting purposes. I'm considering converting everything up on this level right here into a melon farm, as seen down below. In the below this particular floor or level. And the primary reason for doing that is you don't have to worry about replanting the melons, they just grow. That goes for watermelons and the pumpkins as well. You don't really have to worry about it. I mean, if you land on the plant, yeah, you got to replant it. But yeah, it seems like the let's see, I got a melon seed. We're able to come on over here to, I believe we're Let's be rude. That's weird. I guess I planted the melon seeds. But regardless, considering doing that, even though melons aren't necessarily the most profitable thing to be selling and or collecting on this particular server, I mean, really, there's unless you've got like 4 or 5 chunks dedicated to just farming of one particular resource, you aren't going to make good money. Nowhere near 27. The best way you could farm anything on this server to try to get money to participate in the economy is, let's see here, P-Warp, Play Shop. This here is one way. Set up your own little shop. Make sure that everything's claimed. Set it all up. It doesn't necessarily have to be in one chunk on its own. But as you can see, you know, I mean, if someone really needs melons and they're willing to come out this way, but we can take a look here at /shop and buyable items. This is all that you can buy from /shop. Like our golden apples, you're looking at about $6.50 an apple, or a stack for 41,000. And we are, let's see here, one golden apple at 3 grand, so that's pretty comparable. Yeah, that's pretty comparable. The melon's probably a little a little on the high side. Let's take a look here on the sellable side. Melons, they sell for 40 cents per one. You sell a stack of 64 for 25 bucks. And yeah, we're totally but you know, somebody's desperate enough. If you have the supply and there's the demand, somebody's gonna buy it. And from that, they can start their own farm. Off of 3K, they can easily start a whole farm. They can get 16 seeds, and that's a good chunk to start with. You know, harder things like netherite. This is actually a really screaming deal. I'm actually losing money on every piece of netherite I do sell, because I could sell netherite right now to the store for $6,000 per, and we're doing 5,000 straight across. So you know, it's all about picking your battles and determining, you know, where you want to make money, where you want to lose money, and finding that one person that's willing to actually pay the excruciating price. We'll go ahead. 1, 3. Okay, that doesn't do that. So for 1, we're going to turn off the chunks. We're going to go back down to the base. And clobber some more melons. I mean, this is SMP Minecraft. Really, they're trying to build an economy, and it really helps if you actually have people playing. I mean, there's on the Discord, there's probably 40 or 50 people that'll chat daily, but at most we'll see 6 people on the SMP side of the server. So, you know, it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss, and without actually having people to have a market, you're kind of just doing, I don't know. I mean, you're doing Minecraft, but really, what's the goal aside from trying to make just, you know, a nice little house out in the middle of nowhere? And that right up there is the shop. That's the beacon that runs through it. Yeah, you know, it's it's hard to really be motivated to really do much of anything, especially with the lack of players on here. But for killing time, I mean, I've mined out a good chunk of everything that's here. pop up at 3. So as you can see, we're 1,500 blocks away from 0, 0 on the X, and on the Z we're negative 400 some. And so this tunnel here is going to rock down 430 blocks on the Z and 1526 on the X-axis, and we're going to stay at Y12, heading towards 0, 0. It's a long walk. It's truly a long walk, but for the amount of caves that are on this and the amount of abandoned mine shafts that are on this server, and those mine shafts are just expansive. It's honestly ridiculous, in my opinion, how how crazy how crazy any of this is. You know, in the way of the mine shafts and the caves. I started out on 1.2.5, so 2014, 2015, somewhere in there is when I started, and so much has changed, and I've been off and on playing. But even with doing a 3 high all the way down to 0, 3 high all the way down to 40, there's really not a whole lot of resources, and I just can't be bothered at this point to really put much more effort into strip mining anything. I do believe that a server reset will be coming here soon. I believe every 4 or 5 months they do a reset on this server. But yeah, so I'm anywho, basically right now I'm kind of on the hunt for redstone. Any redstone I find, I take the time to stop, clean it all up. So as you can see, we're on the Z, we're anywhere from 0.7 to 0.3. It's as close as we're going to be able to get to 0. I could stop, I could mine that gold, but there's no money to be made in it. There's no reason to mine it. I don't need it. The only thing I could potentially need it for are the golden apples, but you know, I've got a stack sitting up there in the shop, so if I need golden apples that bad, I can just go pull some golden apples out. But regardless, we're making our way closer and closer to 0, 0 as we go. Wish we had more viewership currently on the live stream, so we can get some feedback on the audio and you know, the video quality and all that fun stuff. Still getting used to this ISP, so I'm not sure how well it'll do in like comparison to I think we have Frontier out this way. I don't know. There's only one internet service provider that service out here. So kind of like oh shoot, what's that TV show? South Park. So kind of like South Park with Comcast. Who else are we going to go to? There's no one that services out here, or at least at a similar, if not better rate. So we live with what we got. We do what we can do. So yeah, hopefully, you know, I do have it pulled up here on the telephone. I don't have the audio rolling because this microphone is stupid loud. Like that soda can pop probably bursted a couple eardrums. RIP to the headphone users. Yeah, you know, I mean, let's see. We're at 923, so we got just under 900 blocks to go before we get close to 0, 0. And we can't go any closer to 0, 0 because somebody's actually gone through and claimed the land, which is a shame. I really feel like if they were to redo anything on SMP, it should be in the way of claiming lands and have it be death specific. So you know, it's not. So right now you could choose up to, I believe it's 4,500 blocks or 5,000 blocks, but it's just in 2 dimensions. It's on the X and the Z, and it's from build height down to bedrock on the Z. So if you claim the land above, nobody can get into it. I feel like if you were to redo anything, you should have it set up so that way you could only claim in the 3 dimensions, to where you actually have to take into account the height of your build, not just say assimilating a chunk, and the whole chunk is yours. You know, that would be my only suggestion if anybody from SkyCade were to come out here and actually give a hoot about my stream. So yeah, we're just walking currently. We're getting closer and closer to that 0-0, but there's not a whole lot we could do down that way, because like I was saying, somebody's gone and claimed everything up on top. So there's really no good particular way to there's really no good particular way to do anything, especially down here. I believe we're at Y12, Y12 the whole way from my base down to pretty much 0-0, and it gets pretty close. I tried to claim some land surrounding 0-0, but this one guy, Mr. Penguins, I believe, when we get down there, we'll definitely find out for sure. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should stop and take a look at this mine shaft. I'm not too sure, but I feel like I should. Yeah, my keyboard, my keyboard's got an issue where it likes to lock down the W. Like, I'm not pressing it currently. Yeah, and we were still walking for a good chunk there. So we will, come on. We'll bridge on up. Oh, hell, oh. Well, I guess I shouldn't have done that, but oh well, we're alive. For a minute there, you see, just like that, I let go of the W, but the damn thing kept going. God, that's annoying. See, like I was saying, the most valuable thing I could think, or that I could find so far on this, that you can get in quite the abundance, has been redstone. As you know, you get 4 or 5 per ore, and we'll hit slash shop real quick. Give you a look-see. So our redstone dust, it's about $10 a piece. And I'm not sure exactly how many stacks it was. I know it was, let's see, it's 7, so 14 stacks, and that put me about 11 grand positive. But in order to get that many stacks, I did clear out everything that I had previously gone through and tried to strip mine, per se. So there's really not a whole lot around without having to rebuild my tools. Now this right here, this is actually not mine. I don't know how these people got past the lava. But somebody was nice enough to dig a 1x2 tunnel for me. I'm not sure where it starts or where it stops, but they were nice enough to nice enough to do that for me, and I actually have, oh wow, kind of scary to see a lava flow like that, and to have it actually continue past. I haven't followed this. We'll actually take a look here. I think I might have been here before, off of that torch. Maybe not. We'll have to take a look. Yeah, we'll definitely have to go a little bit deeper. And see whereabouts we are. And yeah, I think I might have been here once before. Oh, all right. I didn't mean to fall down that hole, but oh well. I know that if we dig on down towards, oh, well, maybe I don't know, because we're already at negative, or Y7, and, alright, well, I guess we'll just, tally-ho back to the base. Eat a steak.